Welcome, everybody, to this week's podcast episode for the Financial Freedom for Physicians podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Christopher Liu. And as you know, we talk about 4 different types of freedom: time, financial, location, health freedom. In that light, I'm bringing entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches across your path to help motivate, inspire you, educate you. Hopefully you can take something away to use in your daily life for better empowerment. So today we have Victoria, and she's a possibility coach, and she's the founder of You Too Shine. So today is going to be all talking about transformational personal development and entrepreneurship. So Victoria, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I love physicians. Should I say that out loud?
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because we are quite an interesting cohort.
You know, we'll dig right into it. I'm going to tell you such a cool story that I think will shape a lot of the flow for the conversation. You know, I teach quite a bit on gratitude as being an amazing energy that just drives you, that helps you create your life, and so forth and so on. And I have this funny story why I said, I love physicians. Every year we go to the beaches of the family, and we bring, the whole family. And so last year we came over, and in a week that we were there, we had 3 separate emergency visits for 3 members of the family for 3 different reasons. Now, gratefully, everyone is well. But being a person who analyzes the reality as a reflection of beliefs I carry, I was like, this is interesting. First of all 3 trips were great experience. There was almost never wait. Both the nurses and the doctors were phenomenal. And I'm like, I'm so grateful for this experience. And then I realized, and this is the touching point, that just half a year prior, my dad had an open heart surgery. Mm-hmm. And I was so mesmerized by the care he received and such a direct extension of his life that I developed this, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for the great people in his hands. But then I said, wait a minute, should I not be more grateful for my health and for my wholeness? And so the very first point is that it's important to be grateful. And it's even more important to continually increase the frequency, the energy, the understanding of what we're grateful for. So we can be grateful for experience, or we can be grateful for experience that would not need the other experience. And so that's been my big shift. I'm so grateful for the health that I have. And that doesn't eradicate my beautiful exchange, but it just expands my love and gratitude. So there you go.
I really like what you mentioned about how you can expand and shift your frequency, which is, everybody's saying operate on a higher vibrational frequency, but when I actually get down to think about it, it's really what I mean, it sounds good in concept, but it sounds like if you expand your focus to something greater or higher frequency or higher vibration, but I'm always interested in the mechanics.
Yeah. We can talk of mechanics. This is what I get to travel the world and talk about all day long. Stop me. You can imagine there's a stop button. But Einstein is attributed this quote, and we don't know. The great internet, might have self-aligned it for him, but he is attributed this quote that match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but have that reality. This is not philosophy, this is physics. So what is frequency, right? It's in quantum physics and in Newtonian physics both, it's just simply the oscillation of the wave. It's just a vibration. I am speaking, that was different frequency. I should not sing, right? It's the pitch, the speed at which I'm speaking, all of that, how often the sound wave crosses the barrier, creates the frequency. And we know that our thoughts are electric impulses. Every time I think something, the science measures an electric impulse in my brain. We know that electric brainwave, that electric impulse must have a magnetic field.
Yeah.
So that magnetic field is our emotion. So we're elect beings, or in other words, we're thinking, feeling beings. And we know that electromagnetic field, when it vibrates, will cause into motion there's certain forces. Meaning, if I think I'm a loser, I'm going to feel like one. I'm going to show up at the interviewing like one. I'm going to not get a job and say, see, I knew it all along. If I'm going to start up with the thought, they're so lucky to have me. I can't wait to come in and change the environment for the better. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this opportunity. They're lucky to have me. We feel the energy even in this example, how it's like expanding. I'm going to show up into the interview. And I'm like, here I am. I am your solution. Aren't you lucky? I might not say it, but if I feel it, it will be felt. I take the actions that will validate it. I get a job. And I say at the end the same thing. I knew it. Right? I knew it.
Interesting. So what do you, that's really great. And one of the common things I hear is, you come up, you show with positive intention, positive mindset, they can feel that. And then let's say you don't get the result that you're looking for. Well, how do people react? Because some people then they go, okay, well, I'm not going to try again, or they become dependent on the outcome, so what's the best way to cope with, rejection and loss?
I love your question so much, and it's a gift because nobody's ever asked that, and yet the gold is in that question. Because people say, oh, when we experienced COVID, it stripped us of control. And I say no, it simply showed us that we never had any. Please understand that we do not control the result.
Interesting.
We only control the effort. And so there is a law, in my Prosper Me book, 35 Universal Laws of Money. One of the laws is the law of continued expectation. So the law of expectation states, expect the best without attachment to the result. Focus on your efforts and your efforts alone, and you trust the results to the ultimate best outcome. That requires a lot of trust, I understand. For people that are spiritual, whether it is God, universe, source, for people that are not spiritual, bet on luck. I don't care what it is, but you've got to understand something beyond you controls the result. But I've seen people who drink right, eat right, think right, and die early. And I've seen clients who in their 90s enjoy their cigar with pure lungs. I'm not advocating for smoking. I'm simply saying that our efforts, while they change the quality of life as we experience it, they do not change the quantity of life or the quantity of results. So if you go into any engagement saying, I've done all I can, and I trust the right door to open, and if it did not open, I trust it was the best thing for me. And I would have everybody pause and realize that it is true, that your so said lost opportunities pointed you out to much better opportunities. I didn't get into #1 school in the Soviet Union because they were expecting only 2 girls and 80 boys, and my score was higher than all 80 boys. I think I was a little upset about the result, just a little. I didn't get into that school. Best thing that could have happened to me. Went to a different school, met my husband, came to US, 2 kids 27 years later. It's true for all of us.
So interesting. It's kind of like life is working for you and not against you, and I've talked to a lot of athletes, and they come in with that same thing. They can focus on their preparation, and they focus on their diet and their conditioning, and game day, that's really, it's who performs the best, who's the best prepared. Sometimes even being the best prepared, you can't control things. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then one thing is that we'll talk about your book, your Prosper Me book, and this mindset shift formula and its 6 ingredients. What does that mean?
Yeah, for a while I've just been fascinated by mindset, and for a while I mean like good over 2 decades, and people talk about and I think there are 2 parts to the formula. One is the growth formula for all of us is mindset multiplied by skill set multiplied by effort equals result. Right? And so if your effort is 0, your result will be 0, right? Unless if your mindset is 0, your result is 0. If your skill set, I have gotten more pieces of paper on my wall to say that I'm skilled. But if I don't apply the skills I've gotten, if I don't pick up the phone and, it's going to be also a 0. So that's the basic formula of leading into results. Remember, we don't control them, we trust them, the best will happen. But that's what we control. We control the mindset, we control the skill set, and we control the effort. And then you look at mindset. And what I've come to understand, that it's a set of 6 mental faculties. That is how I teach it, with passion, as you can tell. So we can dial it down. But I'm so passionate about, because when people say, how do I change my mindset? Just saying, oh, look in the mirror and smile, I mean, it's going to last a little bit. But when you understand the ingredients, and the 6 ingredients are first imagination. And really, imagination is just your connection to your self-image. And your self-image is your connection to your self-worth. We're taught to dream big, but I've got to tell you, I will never dream bigger than the image of a person I believe I am. If I'm undeserving of something great, I'm not going to dream it. I'm not going to imagine it. So here's a part of a mindset, your self-worth. You got to work on your self-worth so you can build your imagination to imagine great things. Everything is born first as an idea, everything, and then it's implemented. Second one is intuition. People misunderstood intuition for centuries. We often think it's some kind of a secret psychic ability. Yes, for somebody who's into psychic things. But intuition is whatever you are into. You're into it with passion. You study it. You develop neural receptors for processing things. So it's almost like you are receiving the information before it is readily available. You got intuition. That's just the ability of a mind. Then we have perception. Perception is everything. I like to wear different color glasses and then say, if I'm wearing red and you're wearing blue, and we argue about the color of a yellow cup, and each one is right. We just need to change the glasses. And there's memory. Then there is reason and will. So 6 ingredients to mindset. So now when you want to shift your mindset, you pause and you say, wow, what is my reason? Do I reason for me or against me? When somebody comes up with an opportunity, how does my faculty of reason work in my mindset? Do I come up with excuses? Do I reason defeat? Or do I reason opportunity? There's no self-judgment, just self-awareness, right? And then there's will. So you can find your strongest and your weakest faculty, and you can start shifting your mindset by pouring into developing them. It's very intentional.
Wow. It's very powerful what you're talking about. It's almost like mental conditioning. And then you talk about how to manifest anything in the most aligned way. I've been reading some books about energy alignment, and then where you manifesting work. I'm very curious on your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think here's I tell people, here's the joy kill phrase. We don't get what we want in life, we actually get who we are. And it's an awakening thing. But the first step of manifestation is awareness of what it is we're currently manifesting. And I tell people how to be aware of what you're manifesting. Notice what you notice and how you notice. Because whatever you notice and how you notice is what you create. What do I mean? If you are, let's say, a single person who wants to create a loving relationship, notice how you observe happy couples. Are you happy for them? Are you joyful for them? Or are you resenting? Are you feeling lack of? Because whatever feeling is a frequency, emotion is an energy. Whatever your experience is what you bring more into your life. So the very first point of awareness is be beautifully aware of how you currently perceive, mental faculty of perception, perceive the world. Because it'll give you a window into understanding why some things are in your life. And once you are aware, through love, not judgment, through full self-awareness, you hug the little scared self and you say, hey, burger, yep, we hated them till now. Now we love them. Those millionaires? We thought they were filthy, greedy pigs. Guess what? There's some kind, giving, charitable ones. And I'm going to be one of them. Let's notice the universal law that way. So that's the first step. Once you know what it is that you want to create, you align with it. And to me, it's got to be alignment that is divinely guided or purposefully guided in your life. Very often we insist on creating in our life something that is harmful to us. And there's a resistance inside, and we apply force to it. When you apply force to resistance, step back and ask a question. Our mind operates through question answer. Ask a question. Is this my way? And is there a better way? And pause. Allow for that intuition that we all have to guide you to the best path, right? And so you are aligning. Aware, align, and then you take action. How do you take action? Once you decide what it is you're pursuing, you're going to ask a very simple question once again. You have an internal conversation with you. You say, okay, what is the one small step I can take today to support the path of this alignment? And then you take that step. So for example, if I'm going to be quote unquote manifesting a beautiful new home, I'm going to feel what it feels like to be in that home. And every time I see a new home or hear somebody buying a new home, I'm going to be so happy for them, genuinely happy for them. Not being like, dang, why is it them? I'm doing the manifesting work. This must not work, right? Because that is what we're manifesting. So tune in, joyfully celebrate for them, with them, through them. Like what you said, life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. There's a third level. First, powerless, life happens to me. Second, power hungry, life happens for me. I invite people to jump to the third level of empowerment. Life happens through me. Because the first two are still self-centered. Through me, for all. Life doesn't happen to me, for me, pity me, victim me. Maybe love doesn't happen for me, shocker, big me, ego me. Maybe life happens through me, for all around me. Like what a shift of empowerment.
Yeah.
Life happens through me. And so when you manifest from that place, you say, oh my gosh, I'm happy for them. The joy comes through me and to them. Because when it comes through me, the for me will happen. It's secondary.
Yeah, this is really, I think we could have a master class or, workshop we're coming up close to the time, but talk about your book and then, the principles behind it, how you came up with the ideas, and lastly, how people can find it and contact you, your website, follow you.
Yeah, beautiful. So in terms of the best way to absorb the knowledge from the book and the practice, more importantly, we have a free quiz. It's called moneyquiz.me. And the reason it's .me is because I'm very big on me as matter, energy, mortal, eternal, material essence. I like to play with words. So when you go to moneyquiz.me, what it's going to do is you're going to have fun taking it. And it's going to tell you your driving passion and emotion in life, whether it is value or simplicity or compassion. All of us have this main emotion through which we perceive the world. And then it's going to tell you 3 universal laws that you are to master in order to start the journey of prosperity. So that's an intro into the journey of prosperity. The book itself, the Prosper Me book, is my journey of over 3 decades plus of experiencing it all, coming from debt, from losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in different business venues. I started a lot of businesses that were against my intuition, that I used my reason to convince me that my intuition was bad. I mean, it's all in the book. But the book itself is 35 universal laws. Why the universal? You can apply every one of them to every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. But the book applies them to your finances. So there is a concept. They're very short, 3-4 page chapters. And there's a spiritual concept or universal law. Then there are 3 practical steps for you to take to implement the law immediately to start experiencing both spiritual freedom, emotional, mental, and financial freedom. And then there's at the end what I call is an energy activation, which is an affirmation that is energetically charged to shift your subconscious mind, that it can support the conscious journey through the book. That is the book. That is the secret sauce recipe that has prospered me and my family. This is how my kids live and prosper in their lives. My friends, my clients, it works if you do. It's not get rich overnight in 3 easy payments, however. If that is what you're seeking, this might not be for you. It's a journey of prosperity and fulfillment, not a fix.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, everybody's looking for the the winning lotto ticket, or it's the quick fix, the magic pill, fix me, but it's all a journey and evolution. So it's been a really fascinating conversation. A lot of principles from different things, and just like talking about the law of attraction and aligning your energy so that you manifest. Be sure to check out all the links and resources in the show notes, and then also be sure to check out the book on Amazon and follow her on social media. So thanks so much for all the inspiration nuggets of wisdom, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Thank you so much, Christopher. It's been great.